Hi, my tubies. I'm sitting here with you today trying to determine what topic am I going to call this next session with divorce court, which is amazing because it shows you the difference between narcissists and empaths. You tell me which one is which is which. Involved with the narcissist or narcissists and empaths. That's going to be the title of this. Let's get started.
The top of this matter that this is the trippiest before your vows I've ever had, and one of the reasons it's the trippiest before.
Oh, now when it comes to this segment here, I started it in the middle. This is a couple who both of them were married and they're cheating on their spouses. And anyway, the man, he ends up divorcing his wife and he marries his mistress. How sad is that? He honestly believed that this is honestly going to be work. But anyway, when you hear what's going on here. Yeah, so he was married. She was married. And they were cheating in their marriage with each other. So he, like I said, I reiterate, he left his wife and he married her. And now we're here in divorce court because they want to try to work through their differences. They honestly think that they could definitely, how you say, belittle God or make a mockery out of marriage and make a mockery out of God. You know what I'm saying? You're both married and you're both cheating. It's disgusting. But anyway, I digress.
The vows I've ever had is because there are other people involved, which includes the two of you's spouses. You're married to other people, both of you. And I understand, Mr. Alexander, you got involved with Ms. Ware while you were married, and you in fact left your wife for her. So we are going to see what that brings us.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to stop and see what that brings us. What did God say about people who commit adultery? Are there any consequences for that? Do you actually reap what you sow? They may not reap what they sow immediately. Just like when a farmer plants a seed. The farmer doesn't get the harvest immediately. But eventually, that plant do grow. It grows and it grows. They're going to reap what they sow. How dare you? You sat up there and cheated with someone. You actually left me, your wife, imagine, hypothetically speaking. Are you serious? And you honestly believe that this little thing that you got going on with this freaking, whatever, piece of filth. She's filth, he's gutter. Whatever.
It's one day you can find her, the next day you can't. Like right now, I don't know what's here.
I do.
My thing.
Joe?
This is great because he's sitting up here telling this woman that he left his wife for. I would get the divorce, babe, but I can't find her. One day you can find her, the next day you can't find her. I don't know where she is to sign the papers for the divorce. But guess what Judge Lynn did? She said, guess what? I can find her. And guess what? This is the clincher. Judge Lynn have her walk into the court, the wife of this character. Now you have no excuse. Sign these because the wife wants divorce anyway. But he refused to get the divorce because he was sleeping with his wife on the side, his real wife on the side. Oh, please, listen up. But anyway, he claimed to this woman over here, whatever, I couldn't find her. One minute she's over here, the next minute she's over there. Who could keep up with her? Judge Lynn can keep up with her. Guess what? I actually have her here in the court. We can get those papers signed today now, can't we?
Antoinette Alexander, he said you're the reason that he can't get a divorce and end this relationship. What is your take on that? Now, Ms. Ware, even though Mr. Alexander did leave his wife for you, you say it's taken him too long to cut ties to get a divorce, and you're upset about that. Explain to me why you think he's dragging his feet.
I think he's dragging because he's kind of fearful if I'm the right person for him. I think some of the issues he may have him kind of maybe scared or maybe nervous or maybe he's fearful because his first marriage didn't work. Mm-hmm.
I think he's fearful because he knows that he made a vow to God, and he knows that if I bust up this marriage and really get this divorce from my wife, God is coming at me full force. Because when you look at his face on this episode here, yeah, he looks like, yeah, he's thinking twice. He knows he made a vow, he broke it, he messed up. That's just my uneducated guess. It's how you say, my assumption. It's not good to assume. You already know the cliche. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. I'm just assuming, and maybe I'm an ass. But that's what I think. He realized the seriousness of you getting ready to divorce your wife. Are you serious? And he knows that God, a fire is coming after him. I don't know why people don't take marriage seriously anymore. Are they serious? Do they really believe that they're going to make a mockery make a fool out of God? You're going to make a fool out of God. Really? I'm waiting to see that one. If you can get away with stuff after you done sat up there and committed adultery, you done cheated on your wife, you treated her poorly, because the Bible says a man is supposed to honor and respect his wife. A man takes the lead and the woman will follow. You look at the scriptures in the Bible and the things that it say, the way a man is supposed to treat his wife. So that way she can have the proper respect for his leadership, his headship. She can be submissive. Look at the way he's treating her. She has no problem being submissive when you're doing things according to the Bible and according to the head of man is what? Jesus Christ. The head of woman is man. The head of man is Christ. And when you're following your head, it makes it so much easier for women to follow you as their head. But do they get that? No, not really. They cheat in their marriage and they think they're going to get away with it. Let's listen up to this. Just check this out.
Maybe he just...
Well, weren't you the reason his first marriage?
No, ma'am. No. When I met him and his wife had already separated and he was living at grandma's house.
What?
Him and his wife were already separated and he was living at grandma's. Him and his wife were not divorced. She said him and his wife was already what? Separated. Separated is not divorce, honey. I tell you what. You take that to God and Jesus Christ and say, you know what, he was separated, Jesus Christ, and God is going to look at you like you got 3 heads and you're crazy. He's married, okay? And if he can't if he wants sex or whatever, he better go home and make it up with his wife. Find a way to make it up with your partner. Like the Bible tells women, you're not allowed to remarry unless your husband has committed adultery or abandonment. And if you think that you can't, go without sex or something like that or whatever, you don't sit up there and say, well, we were separated. No, the Bible says you need to go back to your husband and try to find a way to make this work. Find a way to make it work. I couldn't make my marriage work because he committed adultery. He wasn't sorry about it. He lied about it. He had a roving eye. He hated. He tried to run my family over with a car. Put my son in a position where my son was going to get a knife and have to stab him. My son could have ended up in jail. We can't do this character. You see the difference with my marriage? No. He couldn't get along with my brother. He didn't step to my brother too strongly. Trust and believe. At the same time, he had issues with my brother. He had issues with my son-in-law. You guys think he's so great. Watch. When you find out down the road, he's not going to be as pure and poly pure as you guys think. Envy, jealousy. I didn't have no way, and I did try to work with my marriage. I tried. He sold his wedding ring. I went and bought him another one that was even better. He sold that one because he's messing out there with drugs, and then he's going to try to, convince me the reason why I did it because it's the drug situation. Really? So how come you didn't sell that car? You have a lot of people who are out there on crack. They sell their car. They sell everything. How come you didn't sell that car? What about that big screen TV that you have? That big screen TV. How come you didn't sell that before you sold your wedding ring? He has nice suits. How come you didn't sell those suits and all those great shoes that you have? Should that not have been sold first before your wedding ring? Your circle of trust? The vow you made to me and the vow you made to God? So I don't want to hear it was because of the drugs that caused me to sell my wedding ring and I didn't believe that nothing was going to work. How you figure this marriage wasn't going to work? Nah, I put forth 90% trying to make this thing work. He wasn't putting forth 10%, not even. Only reason why I work like a dog to try to hang on to my marriage because God hates a divorcing. You're not supposed to be divorcing people. You get married for better or for worse, it's for life. But he didn't see it that way. That's why he could sell his wedding ring so easily. Yeah, I'm sure I didn't sell that TV or that freaking car.
Why are you dragging your feet?
Actually, I ain't gonna call it dragging my feet. I think it's just kind of like a money problem. For one, the ex, she's crazy. One day she'll sign the paper, the next day she won't. One day you can find her, the next day you can't. Like right now, I don't know what she is.
I do.
My thing.
Joe?
I do. She's bringing in his wife. He said he can't sign the divorce papers because he can't
Now,
find
Mr. Alexander, who is that?
She found him.
You know what she is?
She found him.
Say a name.
Antoinette.
Antoinette Alexander. Mrs. Alexander, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm
His
doing
wife.
fine. He
His
said
wife.
you're the reason that he can't get a divorce and end this relationship. What is your take on that assertion?
Well, first of all, he's lying. And the reason why he's lying is because he know where my mom stay at. He very associated with my brothers, so he know how to get in contact with me. I don't know why Calvin don't want a divorce. I couldn't answer that question. When I contacted Miss Ware and I asked her, I said, I need this as soon as possible. And she said, okay, I don't live in Columbus anymore. And the job that I have now, I just can't just stop for Calvin and just up and just go.
Okay.
So you and Miss Ware have spoken?
Oh, yes, on multiple occasions.
Are y'all cool?
No, she says they still mess with each other. Not even like a year ago, supposedly, he was still sleeping with her in my car at his grandmother's house. And even so recently, like within a couple of weeks, she just said that he's still asking about her and asking his family about her.
Yeah, so you see what's going down is this character is still chasing after his wife. A definite narcissist, if you want my view. He wants the how you say supply that his wife has to offer. He's been sleeping with his wife. Well, she's still his wife. He was sleeping with his wife in the car. He's been asking about her. He still is all into his wife, and the wife is trying to explain this to this ghetto piece of filth over here who's a home wrecker. Yolanda was somebody else's husband. He's married to her. That's someone else's husband. I don't want to hear about we were separated. They're separated. He's living in grandma's. He's married. That's her husband. You landed with her husband. Okay, so you got a piece of filth. Anyway, so she sits up here and she wants to talk about all the things that she found out about this beyond gutter, lower than gutter. What can we say that's like less than gutter, like the most disgusting thing ever? Him. You know? And like the Bible says, everything that's done in the dark, it eventually comes to the light. Look at what's happening here.
With her ever since me
And
her
she
been
told me
together.
this out of her own mouth, sitting in our home, that she still had relations with him.
She
He
did.
denied. She
Ms.
said
Alexander,
yes.
is that correct?
That's correct, and Calvin know that.
I never dealt with her, period.
Just as well, when I contacted Ms. Ware about getting my divorce, she said that, okay, let me know when you come into town and we can meet somewhere because we got to be around a notary. We ain't got to do it though. I got the papers today myself.
That's good. That's good.
You ready to rock and roll,
Yeah,
Miss
right
Alexander?
She got the papers right now. She said we ain't got to work for no notary. You notice how when the wife said, yeah, he's still having dealings with me, he said, no, that's not true. I haven't seen you for 2 years. For 2 years. She know that's not true. Who are you going to believe? Who are you going to believe? A wife who's been faithful, hasn't cheated on her man, or a freaking supposedly husband who has done nothing but cheat, lie, underhanded, living on the down low? What would you say his credibility is like? Who am I going to believe? See, that's where common sense comes in. Some people say, well, the wife is probably saying it just to bust him up or whatever. No, you know what? This man, whatever, grown boy, not no man, really, beta, he has done nothing but lie, one lie after another. This woman has given me no reason to distrust her or not believe her. Everything out of this character's mouth, no. He has no credibility. There's no credibility with him because he's a liar, pathological. All that time that he was cheating, he had to be sneaky to do that. Who are you going to trust? Who are you going to trust? The wife probably didn't even know about this home wrecker piece of gutter filth. This gutter filth actually believes.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
This gutter filth actually believes she's gonna ride off in the sunset and have the freaking the Disney dream. Yeah, okay. She's a fool.
Alexander,
Right now.
So,
you ready to go?
with that being said, whatever Calvin issues is, I don't know. And frankly, Your Honor, I feel like Calvin don't know what he wants.
She ain't seen me in 2 years. She don't know nothing going on.
My question to you is, are you ready to sign those papers today?
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Joe, you want to give them to him?
The only reason why he's willing to sign those papers today, even though the wife had been trying to get him to sign these papers for the past 2 years, he wouldn't sign it. But now we on all TV and right in front of the media, and his gutter piece of filth, piggish woman is right there. So he has no choice but to sign those papers. He don't want to sign those papers. He don't really want to sign those papers. He don't want to leave her either. Well, what choice does he have? You're on major media. You have the woman who you've been sitting up there talking a bunch of mierda, my Spanish babies know that is, bull manure, bullery. He has no choice but to sign them. It's not that he wants to.
Ms. Alexander, I want to say something to you. You're a beautiful lady.
Thank you.
You should step on and move on. Be happy.
Oh, I've been
Be
there.
whole, free, and you have been emancipated.
Yeah,
Free.
I've been have.
There you go. Be happy. Now I'm a look.
You heard what she said. That's what the Judge Lynn said. Talking to the wife. Now that you got your freedom, girlfriend, go off. Be happy. You've been emancipated. That means you've been set free from slavery or foolishness. Now, this broad who he cheated with, he left his wife for her. Boy, God, I want to be here for like at least the next 2 years. It's going to take 2 years for that mess to blow up. Believe that. It's between 18 months and 2 years. Every time he comes home late or whatever, she's going to think he's been cheating because she knows how he cheated on his wife with her. She knows that. She's never going to have a moment of peace. Never. Blowing up his phone. She can't have a career no more. She can't have any dreams. She's got to just give up her life to hiring private investigators and driving around following what is he doing? What is he doing? Because she know he's a cheat. He cheated on his wife with her. There's no peace, baby. No peace at all. Sheila, true love, loving life, loving life. Life is good, ain't it? Woo! You always have a choice. Please choose wisely. Don't sit up there and sleep with no married man or no married woman. That's craziness. Anyway, dolls, we'll talk again. Until next time, goodbye for now.